Yeah.
So yeah, I left off at for the men folks, you have a waistcoat like, so that also can be purchased. Besides the clothing, there is also the jewelry. They may not all be very authentic, but they are again of a specific bead, etc., that can be picked up from a few emporiums or also from the shops which are there in the marketplace. Actually, there are earrings which are very typical. Though they can be picked up from the shops. I wish I could show you. They're long and they have a stone. You know, they're very, very particular. So if you see somebody wearing that, you know they picked up from Meghalaya. You know, so maybe I can take a picture and show it later. So they have.
Is it of gold? Is it of gold?
They are of gold, but you can also have imitation purchased, which are very pretty, which are very, and they're nothing audacious because Meghalaya in general are very simplistic people, so we don't have too many designs. So it's a very, very particular long chain and a stone. Those stones are of various colors, so they're very pretty. Obviously I have made a few which are of gold from my ancestors. Yeah, so you can pick those up as well. Besides that, in terms of home decor or whatever, they will find a lot of cane based decor things. What I mean is, if you can take stools, or you can even take miniature stools. You know, we call mura. Mura means a stool which is made of cane. And you also have shilya, which is the mat. I don't have one anymore. It was in my home in Calcutta. It is a cane mat. Okay, carpet, but
In fact, one of the things you'll notice all around in Meghalaya is these cane dustbins. So they like to keep it very clean. And, you know,
but it will be very difficult to carry.
Yeah, big to carry.
Yeah, those you
Otherwise,
can't buy because they're heavy. But you have miniatures of it which you can decorate. It is also like made of a flower vase. Well, not necessarily dustbins. They are multi-purpose.
I'm just saying.
So
those baskets are used as dustbins.
You can't have my dustbins.
One important question for you: are you coming back to Goa, Jacinda?
Yes. Yeah.
So we can send one bag with you.
Yeah.
Then I can do a good shopping over there.
Yeah. So we'll also arrange if you have shopped a lot and you want things to reach you. We could arrange for a mail order or something like that.
Yeah, if there is bulk, then they will
do mail order.
No, not bulk, but because we are going to Pune, that's why I'm asking you. If you are coming back to Goa, I can send one bag with you.
Oh my God!
So that I can manage my shopping.
So to continue on the things, you'll get a lot of cane
already booked for you. My luggage you have to carry. Then I'll do good shopping over there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hello, Jacinta.
Yeah, Joyce.
Yeah, could I put you a query? I've read somewhere that in one of the places you get orange blossom honey. It's still available?
Yes.
We'll be visiting that actually.
In near the Arua cave, where we having lunch.
Orange Roots restaurant.
Yeah, so that restaurant has those the orange flower honey.
Orange honey, yeah.
And there's some more flavors as well. What's happening?
But are they genuine? Genuine honey?
Yeah, very genuine actually.
Okay.
Most of
One more question. Will I get Jain food over there or not?
Yes.
Jain food.
Jain food, right?
Yeah.
Without garlic.
Yeah. So we will reach out. We will reach out for your food preferences.
I'm pure veg. I'm pure veg without garlic onion. That's why.
Jain food. Yeah. So as Ritesh mentioned, we'll be sending a form which is very critical, important. Fill in well because it's about your food preferences and other things food as well. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, back to shopping. A lot of cane-based things, plus a lot of bamboo-based wood handicraft things that you can pick up, and of course honey. Honey is, you'll get honey in a lot of places, but there are some few stoppages where you definitely can collect them, buy them. And
one of the well-known chilies of the place called Bhoot Jalokia. That's something which you
Food,
can
very pungent.
yeah,
The
very,
hottest
very
chili, I think.
spicy. Yeah, Bhoot
Hottest
Jalokia
chili.
is something which you could look out for. That's something which is also.
so, again, one more tip is those we've had in the past who are very interested in gardening, etc. And one of them has green fingers. She had purchased orchids from there. But it's a little dicey because you have to pack it in well in your check-in luggage.
Okay.
Then you'll be safe. We have found some of our travelers and those who could not pack it in well, they were in their hands, they were confiscated, unfortunately. So if you buy
Plants, orchids.
If you pack it well, it has good results. In fact, somebody has done very well with those orchids.
and it's growing in Goa environment, ambience. So yeah, those somebody who are very great aficionados for gardening. In terms of food, you get both veg, non-veg, and there are some specific places like how Bhartiji's requested. We do put them, indicate on order that there's no garlic and thing. For those who are lovers of pork, you will find them a lot because again, pork and
Jacinta?
yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Pamela. Yeah.
Jacinta, can you see me? Oh, okay,
I can.
thanks.
Okay.
Jacinta, you'll be coming
Pamela.
on the same day, on the same day you'll be coming, or you'll
Same
be staying back?
No, we'll
Same
be
flight?
returning back together with the group.
Okay.
On 22nd, we'll be back.
Okay, and then from Panjim, can I come with somebody or the other? Somebody, me coming alone. Can you arrange that?
So we'll form a group. We'll take your particulars for that same reason. So you can actually form groups and come together for your own convenience instead of everybody coming alone. If you are in the same vicinity, you can possibly share a couple of vehicles. So that will be good, in fact. So we will do those.
Send a form.
Yeah, in the form we'll ask for your address and everything for that same reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you'll be issuing
And
individual
also when we're going to Goa to Bangalore, will be staying in the airport for too long?
So
have we had to change the baggage?
No, the baggage will directly reach the destination. You don't have to do anything with the baggage. It's a layover of I think 1.5 or 2 hours, something like that. So it's not a very long layover. It's just about optimal days.
But we don't have to be bothered with our main baggage.
No, that will directly reach Guwahati and directly reach Goa. So that's not a problem.
बरं पावतलं 11:30 सकाळी 5:30
And one more thing.
बँगलोर वरती
Will there be mosquito?
Can we mute ourselves and ask questions one by one?
Will there be mosquito?
How big he last?
Maybe around 17-20.
Can somebody is asking a question? Actually, we can't hear.
Mosquitoes.
Fire gloves and warm cap by any chance?
Okay,
Not necessary.
Luella, just hang on. I think we'll just finish with Pamela. So Pamela, there won't be any mosquitoes per se.
No, if there will be mosquitoes in a place like Kaziranga, which is forested safari, you might actually get some mosquitoes there. So it will be good to have mosquito repellent with you.
So we have to carry some Odomos, some mosquito, some tablets or cream.
Yes.
So we have to carry some mosquito.
Cream is enough for that.
Or some
cream is enough.
Okay.
Next, Loela.
Fine. I'm okay now. Only those are the questions. Okay. No problem. No question more. Finished.
Gloves, any warm gloves and caps, is it required in that temperature situation?
If you feel too cold, then yes. Otherwise, 20, 18 is not a temperature where you feel too cold. If it's breezy, then yes, maybe, at places like that. But it will not be so hardcore cold, so to say. It will be just about pleasant. A little bit on the cooler side in the nights, but then you'll be tucked into your blankets, or you'll be enjoying possibly kind of a musical performance over the fire and something. So it'll be just about okay.
No, just when we are walking around the city.
No. See, again, okay. So generally you don't need it while you're walking around, because on the contrary, you will get heated up when you walk around because you're active, right? So you will not need your cap or gloves at that time. Okay. But towards the evening, supposing, let's say I'm giving you a picture where we've reached a hotel in Cherrapunji and we are stepping out to have dinner, then the temperatures could go low, and then you may, but again, on a generically, it's again bearable. But if you are somebody who are very akin to getting shivers and even slight cold, yes, please take your cap and your gloves once you're traveling from the restaurant to your rooms, etc. Only for the brief moment, because once you're inside the room, it is warm enough. There is fire, there's bonfire in the room. In your rooms itself, you'll be tucked in. It's pretty insulated. You will not need it. Again, in the early mornings, on the nights, again, depends if you're feeling cold. Even in the bus, if your windows are open, it is breezy. You'll have to wear a cap. But because it will be breezy, most of the windows will be shut. Then again, you do not need it. So carry a pair, because caps and gloves, they don't take much weight. So maybe on the safe side, just take any. Better to be prepared than regret saying I don't have any gloves. Or you can even pick it up from the marketplace there, so it won't be an issue.
Okay.
Jacinta, I have some queries.
Yeah, Joyce.
Yeah, we won't be getting breakfast on the flight to Bangalore, right? Bangalore and Guwahati in the morning. So
yeah, that's right.
Can we carry foodstuffs in our cabin baggage?
Yes, it's pretty much allowed. It's allowed.
Allowed. Okay.
Yeah.
And another question, we are allowed around 15 kg each, right? For the cargo in the hold. So can we combine the two of us in one bag, like 17, 18 kg together?
Yes,
that can be
pretty
done.
much allowed. Yes.
And then in addition, 7 small suitcases in the cabin.
Yes, that's
Thank
perfect.
you.
Actually.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah.
We definitely recommend having haversacks, knapsacks, your large handbags. It's a tip from the past travel, because keep your luggages only for your main clothes, where you're not going to take it out and requiring it to take anything. Keep your haversacks, where your medicine, all your mobile. I don't mean literally mobile. The things that you need on the mobile when you're mobile and traveling. Always have a haversack, knapsack. It's much more easier, because you can just grab it because that will be above you in the bus on your lap. You can just take something out whenever you need. Okay. So yeah. So all your mobile things which you're needing on the travel, I would recommend, if you don't have, please invest in a haversack, knapsack. It will be much more easier than to reaching out for your luggages, because once the luggages are up in the traveler, they will not be brought down and opened until we reach the next hotel. Okay. Yeah. Medicines.
So Nitesh, regarding our tickets,
Yes, Mr.
are you giving us group tickets or you are giving us individual tickets?
So it will be in groups of 7 or 9, something like that. Some we have booked 7 people together, 9 people together, like that we booked. So we've already booked those groupings, but we've not put in the names right now. We'll be putting in the names after 3-4 days. So that is the deadline. We'll be putting in all the names after we get some details from you. We'll put that. And so we'll be sharing, these 7 people have these ticket together, but we'll be doing your check-in as well. So we'll give you a boarding pass 2 days before the travel date. So you can have your boarding pass and you don't need even the ticket. Just your boarding pass and your ID card you can show, and then you can just maneuver yourself around.
Okay, so boarding pass will be available.
Yes, boarding pass will be given.
Okay, okay, okay.
Sure.
If possible, you can put 8 of us are there in the group. You can, if possible, can you put in the same list?
Yeah, we'll do that. So we have made those groupings, and we will do that together. So that's not a problem. In fact, your group is together,
So
8 of you are together. So
yeah. So that will be easier for us to go and all that.
Yeah.
Traveling.
Sure.
Thank you.
Also, I would recommend in the first week of November, if we could all meet, at least those who are in Goa, because it will really help to open up and introduce one another. It is necessary, and I would highly recommend it. And I would really, while we're all going with our friends, with our spouses, I would really urge that these are the times of life where we meet new people, connect back, etc. And we're in the same city. So I would really recommend in the first week of November that we could meet for maybe half an hour, 1 hour.
And those who are in Mumbai and Chennai, we could actually Zoom you in basically.
Just for a fun and banter, and just to know each other a little bit more before we travel, and I would really recommend most of the groups that I take in particular has always had a current of bonhomie, adjusting, understanding with each other. And we know that people we have taken on board are like those. So it's time that we also show and express that with one another, and try to break away from your groups. You're going to go back to your groups again, but a travel is to know each other, enjoy knowing each other's story, and clicking. And I don't have to say all that. I mean, you're a much more experienced than me. You're like my parents, you're like my elder sisters and brothers age, so I don't need to explain that to you. I would but sincerely urge to if you have to be one as a travel group, not one in your subgroups. That's my contention, and that's what I really invite the groups.
In our travels, we've seen new friendships blossom, and a lot of bonding happening between people who didn't know each other. Sometimes people who discovered that they go long way back, but had forgotten each other. So a lot of these serendipities happen, which happen if we have an open mind. So it will be good, if we just, as a group, we have an open mind and be accommodating of each other, be respectful of each other.
You have to be.
Yeah, right? and have fun together. Basically, have fun together.
And we are there to help each other, and because when you're happy, when you're open, things are much more fluid. It's much more easier. But if you're closed, then you can't do much.
Yeah, that's right. But anyways, I'm sure you have more wisdom than us combined together.
Absolutely.
So we have had.
You teach us a thing or two.
Yes, we learn on every trip, so it will be good fun for sure.
On your medicines part, again, as Nitesh was saying, I know it's a very sensitive topic, but again, because of our past experiences, each one needs to take responsibility of your health status. All right. And if you've had some, what do you call that? Treatments or surgery that is impending to you to travel, be it maybe not for now, maybe you can travel in the future. You have to own up to that, because you have to be responsible for your health. There's only so much we can do when we are traveling, particularly when we're traveling, because it's not our home ground, right? So we're not talking about people who have a comorbidity like diabetes or pressure. We're not talking about that. That I'm sure that you have a daily medicine dose. But if you've had some kind of a recent surgery, and you're, and you definitely would have asked your doctor if you can travel or not, because we don't know how each one is. Even while we are saying it's not that cold, but for you, maybe you're very in the room, you can't bear a little bit cold. So you need to be cognizant of that and take the clothes which you think will, take action which you think you can take care of, right? So this is one plea of ours. We don't mean to detour you from whatever's happening, but trust me, it's better said and it's better done than not having mentioned at all.
Yeah, and also if you can, please do take advice from your doctor before you travel, especially in these times when COVID has happened. A lot of people have been affected.
People have long COVID.
Yeah.
So people who didn't have issues before, may have even the small steps. Arva is very comfortable steps, but those who have long COVID may have breathlessness issues. So I'm not saying you cannot travel, but then be cognizant. If you think I have breathlessness, I will not go. I'll go half, just come out, see, and go back in. So you have to be responsibility for that. All said and done, we are there. We take extra medicines, but we have to be responsible for each other. Yeah.
Any other questions, any queries that we have missed out, please let us know.
Also start getting a little active, because there'll be a lot of sitting, climbing, adventurous, and that's what it's all about. And we are there to help you, and walking and up. So if you've led, I'm talking about I don't think most of us have led, unless until you have very, very sedentary life. Just get going, get active, get walking up and down, flex your knees, etc. Because there'll be a lot of movement. Okay, and that's what's life's all about, right?
One more query, please. On our
Yes.
return, we'll manage on our own to the airport in Goa. But when we are returning, there is a difference in different flights, right? Different timings for each one. The different sets of people. Will we go just in time for our flight, or do we all have to go early for the 6 o'clock, whichever is the first flight back?
No, so
we have-
people, so on return, we have separate cabs. So people who are returning say early will have to go a little early in a different cab. So it will not be in a traveler. It will be, like 5 people together in one cab, 5 people together in another cab, like that.
So in the form that we'll be sending,
Okay,
where
perfect.
we'll be taking your addresses and places.
So that's different. So yeah, that is for the in Guwahati. returns. So when people who are leaving early, that's the one. So I hope I
There's a
answered
6
your
o'clock
question.
flight and there's an 8 o'clock. Yes, thank you. Yeah, correct. I'm talking about Guwahati back home. Correct.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thanks. Any other questions, please?
Hi, Jacinta and Nilesh. Good afternoon. I've joined. I've managed to join your Zoom.
Hyacinth?
Is that Hyacinth?
Hyacinth.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Great
Oh,
to
I
see you
cannot
there.
see myself. I can see your. Yeah, I've heard everything, and that's nice.
Okay.
Nice to meet
Brilliant,
everyone
brilliant.
on Zoom.
So
That's all.
would you be
Thank you so much. I'm
available
still on.
first week of November to have a short meeting after the 3rd or 4th or something?
Especially people in Goa.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah.
Just a small.
Just give us the date and then we
Yeah, sure. We will do that. We'll circulate that.
a little. Yes.
Sridharan sir,
Okay.
any
Thanks,
questions from Chennai?
He's right now in Singapore.
Okay, he's in Singapore.
Okay, I think if we have no further queries.
Jacinta, I have a question.
Yeah.
Jacinta, I have a question. On that long 5-hour journey to Kaziranga, is it a very, what kind of a route is it? Would one need a motion sickness? Would one feel motion sickness?
So
Is
so
it
we always recommend
a bus with an AC or without an AC? How is it?
So it will be the traveler itself. We're going in that traveler, which is, a smaller kind of bus, not a very big one. And on the hills, so we're actually coming down from the hills. So on the hills, the AC is not on, but when we get into the plain side of it, the AC will be on. So that is the thing. And we always recommend that if you have any motion sickness or something on those lines, please carry your medicines with you and have a tablet before you start, half an hour before the journey. So because otherwise,
is it a very winding route?
It is not very winding, but if you're sensitive, even a little bit could get you. So it will be it will be beneficial if you have your medicines.
So Alina, I have motion sickness, so I always carry my tablets. It's in my handbag without fail. I'm popping it every day before I don't want to take risks because I don't want to feel sick or giddy, so I take it.
Right. Right.
So those who have these kind of things, motion sickness, etc., depending upon your intensity level, just keep them and have them because they're not. They don't.
Yeah, but by most standards, it's not a very winding route. But again, your mileage might vary. You may, you may feel differently. So
Yeah, exactly. What food, things impact before you leave and all that.
And anyways, on the way,
does one need to carry a swimsuit for anything?
Yes, for crankshuri, you might, if you want to, wade around in the waterfall, then yes.
So yeah, take your wind cheaters, etc. Those who, or maybe you have that pull-on. I saw a lot of this time travelers.
Swimsuit.
Yeah, swimsuit, yes.
Yeah.
But those who don't want to wear swimsuits, what are the options?
Yeah, okay.
So they have this, what do you call that? Raincoats that you just put on.
Yeah.
So because then you can be underwater.
Poncho.
Otherwise,
Poncho, like a poncho.
Poncho or something. And anyways, we are recommending have a wind cheater with you because like Nitesh said, Arunachal was not supposed to be raining at all. But weather these days, you just can't tell. Even in Goa, we're having thunder at night and suddenly morning it's sun. So just very strange, the weather these days. So yeah. Also, we leave quite early. Sunrise and sunset is very early in the northeastern states. Like the sunset is by 5:30, it starts getting dark. You'll feel as if it's 7-8 o'clock, but it's just 5:30. And morning and early risers, day starts very early there, just like how most of us wake up here 4-5 o'clock. So most of the days will be starting off by 8:30. And but we also wind up early, like we reach hotel by 5:36. We have a dinner max to max by 8, and then by 9:30 you're in bed, or max to max 10 if we have some musical night that night or something. Yeah.
And hotels are providing with hot kettle.
Yeah, most of the hotels in Shillong.
Apart from in the homestays in Mautana, rest of the places will have kettles and all these things.
Yeah.
And Maulanong will be quite nice because we literally will be living in the village.
And the Khasi traditions.
Yeah, the children, you interacting, and it's like as if we're all staying in the village for a day or two. So that will be quite something to look forward to.
Nice.
A lot of foreigners come and stay in those homestays, so it's at that standard.
That's the highlight of the trip.
A lot of highlights, Joyce, all throughout the highlights.
Yeah, almost every day we have some highlights.
One highlight. Are the roads very treacherous there?
In some patches, yes, but in most patches, it's pretty okay.
It'll be slightly bumpy in some roads, etc.
Yeah.
But not continuously. Yeah. So all in all, just be ready, look forward, be open, and some of it you might not even realize while you're in company, and while you're looking out, all these things, they will just not come to your mind. From my personal experience, even if I was in your place, we do keep notes, but when you're traveling, these things just go out of your heads and you don't even realize how the journey went through.
Plus, we take breaks very often. So any residual effects just wear off. Yeah, any residual effects just wear off. So, it's kind of easier to manage with breaks.
And morning, what time you start?
So we start typically every day around 8:30 max, because we want to make the most of the sunlight, the daylight. So by 4:40, 5 o'clock, it starts to get like a sunset.
Return back.
Yeah. So we start early so that, we don't waste the day.
Also, we'll guide you because when we're in Shillong is notoriously known because it's a small place and the cars have increased and the traffic is so bad.
And plus, it will be the cherry blossom festival time, so it will be chock-a-block at that time. So it will be like.
So we'll have to hustle on those days.
A couple of times around Shillong, we'll have to do that. But yes, still manageable.
Yeah, man.
Okay. All are senior citizens, so it should not be hectic. That's all.
Who's senior?
There's nobody senior citizen. All are young at heart.
All are, yeah. Of course, all are young by heart.
Yes.
People were just saying, अपने बारे में बोल, मैं senior नहीं हूँ.
Then I'm so sorry.
Sridharan sir, how are you? Can you hear us?
Mic is not on. His mic is, he did not put it on.
Any one of us has hearing less? We'll figure out. I think Sridharan sir is saying. Sridharan sir.
He has not put his mic on. You can see that red light over there, red line.
It's okay, just one. Okay.
Anyways, if we have no more questions, I think we'll end this already past 12.
Yeah.
It's fine. You're given full information. So
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Any other information, any queries, you can always ping us on the group.
Yeah, when we meet.
Yeah, and we meet also. So more queries, anything, we can sort them out.
Okay. Wish you happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali to all. Yeah. Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
And thanks for everything.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Jacinta. Thank you,
It's a
Nitya.
pleasure to be traveling with all of you.
Yeah.
With our
Thank you.
parents and almost like our parents and everyone. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Welcome. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.